This week, everybody, from Breckenridge, Colorado, from Breckenridge Brewery, we've got Christmas Ale. Breckenridge Brewery has like a brew pub at their main location, and it's really good food. I don't remember, what did I have? I had meatloaf, and I feel like it was buffalo meatloaf. It was made out of buffalo. A lot of places that we went had buffalo on the menu. And I don't know if that's just because there's more buffalo out there, that it's not that rare. I don't know. I had like buffalo meatloaf and it had like cranberries and wild rice in it. It was really good. Bison meatloaf. What's the difference? Is that the same thing? I feel like that's the same thing. But I guess when I say buffalo meatloaf, you guys are probably thinking it's like orange and spicy. Buffalo are in Africa. Really? I never knew this. Wow, I learned something new today. Interesting. I never knew. Also, I never switched the scene. Sorry, I held it up. I didn't realize that the scene wasn't there. It's Christmas Ale from Breckenridge. Check it out. They distribute pretty far. You can find their beers everywhere. Very popular brewery. Very gorgeous ski town. Check it out. Christmas Ale. It's 7.1%. Happy holidays, you know. And it has just over 100,000 ratings, but an average of 3.5, just over 3.5. So we'll see how we fall for above that 3.5 or not. I'm excited. It says multi full-bodied winter warmer on this. It's classified as a winter warmer. Is that because it's boozy, so it's gonna warm me up? I guess. Let's get it cracked open and see. I have a little tiny beer opener next to me. I'm not gonna be able to get this in the microphone. Oh, oh, that bottle cap's gone. HBG, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Merry early Christmas to you. Happy holidays. Ooh, okay. I was expecting this to be like really dark for some reason. I don't know why. I actually don't know why I thought that. Probably just because it was in a brown bottle. That's why I thought that. Anyways, look at that. It's very red. Probably can't tell. There's a lot of glare. Well, you will be able to tell when we put it on the light here. Get the light turned on. Boom. Orange. Orange. I have a different like glass piece on the light. Is it not letting as much light through? No, it doesn't look like it. No, that's bright as it is. This one diffuses the light a little more. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Alrighty. This is what Untappd has to say about the Christmas Ale from Breckenridge Brewery. This winter warmer carries a sturdy texture and rich flavors of caramel and chocolate. Our holiday seasonal is the fermented equivalent of a good fire. I feel like there's a lot of ways to interpret that. Uh, the huh fermented equivalent of a good fire, warming. Okay, cozy. Seasonal, spirited, romantic. Smelly. Dangerous. Maybe that's it. They mean that it's dangerous. I guess a good fire won't be dangerous though. A bad fire would be dangerous. Anyways, besides the point. Cheers, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. It just smells like a beer, really. I'm excited to see this caramel and chocolate because I really don't smell it at all. I have been very congested recently, but I do. My nose is still working. I can still smell. This smells like beer. Huh. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me try that again. Huh. So, 7.7%. I don't really taste it. Don't really get that. 7%. 2. There's a lot of uh normalcy with this beer. Like it's not crazy different in terms of what this initial flavor is. It's not genuinely it doesn't taste much different than a normal beer. By a normal beer I mean like a normal lager or an ale, I guess. And the only time I'm noticing this caramel and chocolate is at the end. Like right now is when I get that little bit of sweet, kind of salty, really, really sweet aftertaste. That's when I notice that caramel and chocolate. I don't notice it during. I only notice it after. During, it just kind of drinks like a normal beer. Almost actually kind of like a red ale. I guess it is pretty red. Um, it does remind me of like an Irish red, but not a very like I don't want to use the term pungent. That makes it sound bad. Not a very punchy Irish red, but more of a dry Irish red. But really that aftertaste is really nice. I can't tell that it's 7% either. That's probably the crazy part. Is I really don't notice that. We've had quite a few beers recently that are in that 7-8% ish range. And I guess we've probably had about 50-50 of them have been very obvious that they're strong. But I guess we have had quite a few that are like, huh, I wouldn't have known. If you didn't tell me how strong this beer was, I don't think I would have realized how strong it would have been. Um, so I feel like that's the same way for this. Obviously, I haven't had that much, but I feel like sometimes you can tell. You can feel it. You can feel the alcohol as it plays with the flavors a little bit. I'm noticing that I don't feel that as much with this one. And instead, it's more. It's so. Okay, I was kind of mocking the beer when I saw that it said it's a sturdy texture. But I kind of get it. It doesn't feel like a thick beer, but you can tell that the flavors are strong. Um, and it sticks around. It's not just like a one and done. Ooh, lost my breath there. I was too excited about that sentence that I didn't breathe in between it. And now I lost my train of thought. No, it's like the flavors are strong and they're persistent, but they're not like loud. They're not not spiky. When I say that, what I mean is like if somebody said the word out loud in like a comic book, they'd have a round text bubble. They wouldn't have like a spiky text bubble. Like that word to me is spiky versus not. That's really weird. But that's how I feel the flavors of this are, is that they're not spiky. They're not. I was expecting a Christmas ale, a winter warmer. Obviously, this is not a spiced beer, but I was anticipating something like that. Something with like cinnamon, just like bam, right away. or nutmeg or something that is like makes you think of the holidays, I guess. Instead, this is more of a, oh, it's a Christmas Eve night. Let's paint the picture. Christmas Eve night, sitting in front of the fire, a good fire. And it's like the beer is unoffensive. It's not aggressive, but it is strong. You don't notice it's strong, but it's strong. And you kind of take your time with it because every sip, you get this aftertaste of like salty caramely chocolate. And so you take your time and you enjoy it. You make it last as long as possible, just like the holidays to some people. And it's not, I guess, what, to me, it's not what I would define as a Christmas flavor. I think that's the thing. Most of the Christmas ales that I've had, it's the Christmas ales that I've had have all been like that spiced style. And this one's not. And so I guess if you were to hand me this, if I were to just been given this glass and not told what it was, I don't think my mind would immediately go to saying, "Oh, that's a Christmas ale." You know, I don't feel like it doesn't taste like Christmas to me. And that's just my opinion. Maybe that's because I've had other Christmas beers that like take those spices. Maybe they throw in like cranberry, something like that, or gingerbread or something. They play off those popular flavors, and that's maybe where my mind is immediately going to. And I guess instead it's like, well, think of it more as a winter beer. And I guess that's where I need to end, is like, oh, it's a winter beer. Yeah, it's named Christmas ale, but it's for a winter night. Happy second day of winter, by the way, everyone. Maybe it's a secret NA beer. No, it's definitely not. NAs do have a very distinct feel. I can tell it's not. So it's Booba, not Kiki? What does that mean, Narwhal? What does that mean? It's rounded, not spiky. Yes, I mean yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I've just never heard of those terms before. I've never heard it called that before. All right. You'll have to look it up later. I will. I will. Let me look up. Let me get my review going. Where is it? Christmas. Believe it or not, there's a lot of Christmas ales. Breckenridge Brewery. Two of my friends have had this beer. They give it a 4 and a 3.5. Gotta say, this is the best time of year to be on r/baking fails. I don't think that's a subreddit I'm familiar with, but now I want to be. That sounds entertaining. All right. Did I not take? I didn't take a photo. Oh no. Well, that's okay. One of the local breweries in Tampa makes a Christmas ale, and it was awful. Oh no. What about it was so awful, HBG? Christmas first time bakers having a horrible time and learning that baking is in fact not the same as cooking. See, what I've seen recently, Eric, is all the people that are like their KitchenAid mixers are breaking on them because like they don't have the bowl locked or something or whatever, so things are just like getting destroyed. That's what I've been seeing, but it's all on TikTok. Hey, thank you, Saribot. We don't need any spam in this chat. It's the holidays. I don't want any of that in here. Yes, that was the big thing I've seen, Eric. Tasted like a very poorly made mocha coffee with like the remnants of a distillery. Ooh, so it's super boozy? Ew. That does not sound good at all. HBG, are you on Untappd? If not, you should join and we can follow each other. And you can check in all the beers that you have down in Tampa. Because I'm very interested in what the beers are not in the area that I live. I know I've had a few beers from Tampa before. I think Cigar City's from out there, and that's a pretty popular place. I think that's Tampa. Is it actually Cigar City Brewing? Or is that one of their beers? No, it is Cigar City Brewing. Where is that from? I think I'm pretty sure it's Tampa. It is Tampa. Wow, I know ball. It was Cigar City's Chris. Oh no. Oh no. See, I almost said, "Oh, was it Cigar City?" And then in my mind I was like, "No, like there's probably so many breweries in Tampa. I bet it's not." That is the only brewery I could name from Tampa, only because I've had like 2 of their beers before. Oh man, putting them on blast today. Oh, HBG, I saw that. I was gonna reply to it because that's I I've seen that before as like an old like 40s recipe, like beef fizz. It's like a yeah, from like the 40s or the 50s, and I am impressed that you had the gall to make it yourself. Um, all right, let me type out my review. That's where we saw it. Second worst drink we've done. Well, pray tell, what is the worst drink you've done, and does it involve Malort? Because listen, I know you're down in Tampa. I can get you Malort. All right, it's Chilk. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Whole milk and cheese powder from a microwave mac and cheese. No, 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 dude. Oh God, was it cold or warm? Because, like, I'll drink the liquid at the bottom of a cup of Easy Mac, but that's warm and, like, it's little bits. Ugh. We're having one of my beer vent beers from last year. Which one? What? Which one? Narwhal. From the one that I gave for beer vent last year? I don't even remember. First year we haven't had a beer vent in a while. I also would think that HBG. My mind would think it would work. Not that it would work to taste good, but that it would work. Though it is a great. It's like Um. Oh. Oh, I thought you lived down in Tampa, HBG. I'm terrible at remembering where people live. And it's not important to me where people live in chat. Um you don't have to tell me. Don't give away your personal information. But that is very exciting. That's exciting, HPG. I wish you the best. Make sure you lead with your Twitch username, not your actual name. Go for the firm handshake and say, "Hi, I'm Hardboner Gaming." That'll work. I promise. Uh I promise you. It's like I'm trying to type this. Ah, I'm in Tampa at the moment. Okay, I see. For some reason, I thought you just lived in Tampa. Because I feel like you've talked about Tampa before, but maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I don't know. Well, I don't know, man. The world's huge. Like I said, I'm terrible at remembering some. I can remember some of that stuff, and then some of it I just can never. You do live. Oh, okay. So you're in Tampa at the moment because you're always in Tampa because you live there. I'm in Tampa at the moment, also every day. Well, not every day, but all right. Um, all right. I have my rating. I too am visiting DC, and also I live here. I can recommend any drinks from Tampa. I do the You're My Boy Blue from Florida Avenue and our Fallen Fruit from Coppertown. Ooh, noted. I think Tampa would be a city I'd want to visit. I feel like the Gulf Coast of Florida is very different than the Atlantic coast of Florida. So I've heard. I don't know. Christmas Eve Eve, hooray! Yes, Cinnamon. It is actually Christmas Eve Eve for you. That's right. It's still Christmas Eve 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 for me. Oh, nice, Eric. Anytime I go to a restaurant or a place or a store I've never been to, I'm just visiting. Welcome in, Cinnamon. Oh God. Jeez. That's aggressive. All right. I think I've got my review ready. I disagree with a lot of these flavor profiles. All right. Here's what I have to say, everybody, about the Christmas Ale from Breckenridge Brewery. I said, my mind doesn't immediately go to this flavor when I think of Christmas, though it is a great overall taste. It's like a dry Irish red, but the lasting flavor is a slightly salty caramel chocolate. Really lovely beer that doesn't drink like it's 7%. I'm going to give this one, I'm very torn between numbers. Let me give one more taste. Yeah, I'm going to give this one a 3.5. Right at the average rating. That's just, it's all right. It tastes fine. To me, it's not really something special. But let's get it checked in. It's still Christmas after all. Been a hot minute since I've been able to make the stream. I'm very happy to have you back, Cinnamon. I've been meaning to message you and ask how you're doing. I feel bad that I never responded when I saw you sending stuff through the Discord. I'd like think about it. And I'm like, I should write up something, and then I forget, and then it's gone. So I apologize, but I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you again. We went to Gulf Shores in May, HBG, and the water was very warm. Like I do not swim unless the water is really warm, and like I loved swimming in the Gulf. I think they said the temperature was like 82, which to me doesn't seem like crazy warm, but it was very nice. I loved it. First time ever swimming in Gulf waters. Or just ocean waters in general. I dipped my feet in when we went to San Diego, but I didn't actually swim. It was very cold. All right, there we go. It's checked in. Beer number 643 for me. 643. So thank you all for joining. Tune in next week. We'll have one more beer for the year. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I genuinely don't know. Do I have something special? I don't know. Maybe. I actually don't know if I have anything special for the new year. I probably should, but I don't know. I was just downstairs today checking the supplies, but I didn't see. I don't know. A New Year's flavored. Yeah, just like this is Christmas flavored, you know? Yeah, just champagne. Champagne flavored beer. I'll just have a High Life. There you go. I've had High Life many times. I've already checked it in, but yeah, I'll have a High Life for New Year's. That's perfect, Eric. There you go. Yeah, I mean, Narwhal's already on top of it. Thank you guys for joining me for this one. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. And we'll be back in a week to have the last beer of the year. So be sure to tune in then. But yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Cheers, everyone.